Good morning, YouTube. How are we doing today? We're going to do the update on the farm here and our base scenery on this side of the layout. We got our ballast in. We're changing the ballast to this because it's not the main line. It's kind of like representing the main line is this color, non-main line is this. And we're going to weather this and make this look a little bit more dirty. You can tell we've got the thicker base scenery here and the manicured here. I got my cattle in here. The little road, I'm going to weather this road to make it look more like mud. It's just ballast, more like a gravel road. I got my weather vane in. It spins, turns, and all that. I got some workers working on some trees and shrubs. I'm going to put in another pin or fencing area, probably right along where this is. Give it space in between. I got some more troughs. I'm going to paint these resin printed I got, and we're going to do those John Deere green, which I have some static grass for hay. And then that's going to be where our horse pen is. I don't know if I'll have the riders and stuff like that. Maybe we'll go from there. The fence is Woodland Scenic fence, and I got some basically a little bit cheaper set of it, and it looks a little bit different. These are very detailed, and what I'm going to try to do is weather this to kind of look like that. So I got the base color, and I still got to do the basically dry brush technique on it with a lighter color. Let's see, we have a few more horses here and animals here. Let's see if I can get that to you. I might put those in instead. I don't know. Like I say, we're just going to continue on. I've got to put a road in here. That's what this co-op, this is a co-op trailer. So it's basically picking up or dropping supplies from this depot. I've got to put in a road over here, move this right here. I don't like the balsa wood in there. Probably move it back just a little bit and angle the road that way. And then we're going to have a road that just goes out to infinity. The cornfield's going to be over here. I've got that coming. I've still got to find me a combine, in-scale combine. And I've got some silos coming and stuff like that. So I'm going to try to make this look the best I can as a farm, like as if you were going down the road and their track would be right next to it. So I like how it's turning out. I did take out the Mountain Air, put a smaller one there, because this is kind of going to be the transition to over in this area. So this is probably not going to stay. It's probably all going to change. All this is probably going to change over here. But that's the initial transition. I mean, we're coming out of a tunnel. I've got a lot more trees. I'm going to put some taller trees here to kind of like cover this up a little bit. But we've got to go from scene to scene, and my layout's not that big where I can make really big scenes and then transition. I've got to have a little bit of a harsh transition somehow, because, I mean, let's face it, would there really be an ocean by a farm? Possibly. Nobody knows that for real unless you find it. But that's my cut of the scene, and I've got to switch over to Mid-America, cornfields, stuff like that. So the only one that's going to be like a big, easier to transition is probably going to be the lower section layout. This is a lot of stuff going in a small space. But I've got spaces that I need to do something with, so I had the house, I had some of the other stuff, and I just used it and trying to go from there. So anyway, that's our update on that. That's how it's looking today. I do have I think I showed you this last time, and the window's open, so I apologize for the glare. But I did get that fixed. I got everything working. So some more details to get put in over here. The scene looks pretty cool. I needed to fix some of this stuff here, but I like how all this has turned out over here. So if you guys are enjoying the channel, enjoying the layout, please like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.